Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the fourth episode of our series Tajweed, the art of reciting the Quran. In Surah Ash-Shura verse 52, Allah Azza wa Jal gives us a very beautiful parable, a very beautiful imagery of the Quran. And He says, وَكَذَلِكَ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ رُوحًا مِّنْ أَمْرِنَا. This is how we have inspired a spirit, a life to you, O Muhammad. مَا كُنْتَ تَدْرِي مَا الْكِتَابُ وَلَا الْإِيمَانِ. You did not know what was the book, nor what was Iman. So Allah Azza wa Jal describes the Qur'an as a spirit, as a life. Meaning that the one who believes in the Qur'an has a spiritual life. And the one who rejects the Qur'an, the one who turns away from it, he is spiritually dead. So this is a beautiful imagery of the Qur'an, that the Qur'an is the life of the heart. It is the food of the soul. He who does not have the Qur'an, he who does not believe in the Qur'an or recite in it, he is spiritually dead. Even if he eats, drinks, and walks on the face of this earth, spiritually, he is not alive. In our last episode, we had discussed the 5 primary areas where the sounds of the Arabic language originate from. In today's episode, we'll continue that discussion in some detail, and we'll discuss the makhraj, or the area of the tongue. And the tongue, of course, is the most common area where sounds originate from, and this is in fact not just in Arabic, in all languages, and that is why Allah Azza wa Jal mentions it specifically in the Qur'an when He says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ. Allah mentions the favors that He has given to man, and He says, have we not given him 2 eyes, and a tongue, and 2 lips? So the tongue is the primary area where sounds originate from, and it is no surprise therefore to discover that 18 letters of the Arabic language, 18 out of the 28 letters of the Arabic language emanate and originate from the tongue. So in today's episode and in our future episode, we will discuss specifically the makhraj, or the area of the tongue. And the tongue is divided into 10 specific areas, 10 sub-sections of the tongue where letters come from. The first, and we're going, remember we're working bottom to top. We're working lowest to highest. So we did the areas of the chest, we did the areas of the throat, starting bottom to lowest. Now we start from the first area of the tongue, and that is the letter Qaf. The letter Qaf emanates from the furthest part of the tongue that you can possibly go up to the roof of the mouth, or the soft palate. Now look at the board here, and we'll do the makhraj of the Qaf. Okay? You see that the Qaf, the furthest part of the tongue away from the mouth, this area over here. Okay? Qa, qa, aqqa, aqqa. You cannot go further behind while you're using the tongue. Okay? Notice the furthest area. Okay? You cannot go further behind. This is the makhraj of the Qaf, connecting the innermost part of the tongue, which is right above the throat. Right above the throat, okay? Connecting this area with the soft palate at the top. At the top you connected qa, qa. Okay. The letter which follows the Qaf, and this is the letter where most people get confused with, between this and Qaf, is the Kaf. Now notice the Kaf, you're using the part of the tongue which follows the Qaf, right after the Qaf. And you connect this area with the hard palate. Notice now, look, Kaf, which is slightly higher than the Qaf. The Qaf was from there, and the Kaf is from here. Okay? So we find that the Qaf and the Kaf, they are close, but they are not the same. They are close, but they are not the same. The difference is this, literally the space of a few centimeters, just a 1 centimeter if you like. The Qa and the Ka. Okay? For example, as Allah says in the Quran, وَلَكِنْ لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي qa, qalbi. So the qa is coming from there. The kaf changes the whole meaning of the qalb. From, if you change to a kaf, you become from a heart to a dog, right? Qalb means what? Heart. And kalb means dog. So if you mispronounce these letters, you're going to change the entire meaning. Okay? وَسَادِسُهُمْ كَلْبُهُمْ كَلْبُهُمْ, as the Quran says. Okay? Kalb, dog. Kaf. So the difference between the qaf and the kaf is in precisely where the makhraj occurs. Notice we will do both of them. This is the qaf, right? And then this is the kaf, slightly below that, closer to the mouth. Okay? You notice here that the qaf occurs from this, and then the kaf occurs from that. Two separate areas close to one another. It is very essential that you differentiate between these two, or else you will change the entire meaning of what you're reciting. So the lowest part of the tongue, you use the qaf. Right above it, you use the kaf. Another way to tell the difference is that on the top of your mouth, you have what is called the palate, okay? And you have the hard palate, which is the hard area of the upper section of the mouth, and you have the soft area. If you put your tongue to the top of your mouth, you will see it, that there is a hard area, which is this area over here, okay? And then there is a soft area at the back of it, okay? If you put your tongue to the back, you can feel it. The qaf originates from the soft area. You move the tongue up to the soft area, qa, aqo. Whereas the kaf originates from the hard area, which is over here, okay? The kaf originates from the hard palate. These are the first two makhrajas, or ways where sounds are formed. The third is the middle of the tongue, not the back of it, the middle of it. And from the middle of the tongue, three letters emerge. Three letters emerge. The jim, the sheen, and the ya. So, ja. Say ja. Ja. You notice that the entire middle portion of the tongue is being used. Notice in the computer, ja, the entire middle portion. You see that very clearly here. Look at the middle portion. The entire middle portion, ja. Same applies to sha and ya. Ja, sha, ya. You use the entire middle portion of the tongue. Notice the sheen, the same middle portion, sha. You see the same middle portion, sha. And the same applies to the ya as well. And most people don't make mistakes in these letters because these are common letters that are found